I just got back from getting my dinner at Harrison Dining Hall. It was raining pretty hard. It's currently about 7 p.m. It was a bit windy and it was raining pretty hard, so in the evening time, so I got pretty cold during the relatively short walk from Eagle Hall to Harrison Dining Hall and then the walk back. When the raindrops hit my forehead, I felt bits of pain from it. And my forehead got so cold that I got a headache. It's gone now, but it was a relatively mild headache, but a headache nonetheless. I stayed up till about 7 in the morning. I got up around noontime. So my dad told me when we went out to eat at the retreat that he woke me up at 9:30 in the morning. But I ended up falling back asleep. I think he might have told me at 9:30 in the morning to go back to bed. At least according to what he said when we were at the retreat around 4:30 p.m. We ended up getting the appetizers of the potato skins and the what Dad called the pizza fingers. I got this grape juice and this marzo ball soup. The Marzo ball tastes pretty good. Kind of like some next gen crackers. And we got an order of 20 of the Gator's Breath, of which I ended up eating roughly 11 of them, with Dad having all of the rest. I'm currently working on a 99th Dan Hamming. If I recall, I made a new version at some point today. Most likely around 2 or 3 p.m. Based on what was possible for me with the given circumstances. Tastes pretty good. I must admit, the Ancient Grounds building does look pretty good, but it's also a pretty large building, so it would be difficult to find room for it. I have no idea if it's currently possible for me to move that particular cultural building to somewhere else. And this Ancient Grounds building would only give me culture, something of which I already have quite a bit of. I could also move it here, or even possibly get rid of it, though if I did that I would lose quite a bit of population. Excuse me. I could also get rid of one of these rainbow flower cages once I'm able to build the classy lantern. And I've only lose a bit of population from that trade. I'm currently able to activate this research upgrade right away, but I'm going to wait in case a future task set asks me to activate a research technology. As for the time being, it might take a while before I'm able to complete the task set I'm currently on. I got some milk, like I usually do, from Harrison Dining Hall. I believe I have roughly what I believe is about half a gallon of milk in my mini fridge. It's now some days past the Best By date, but that date is pretty arbitrary. I had a glass of milk in roughly the minutes before my Harrison Dining Hall trip, and it was still good. This is something Dad got me the other day. And so I could take it with me to the dorm room, because I at this point have plenty of fruit bars and water. And that didn't seem to cause much of a spill. Not long after I got up, I called my mom, and we had a roughly 40-minute phone conversation before I gave my phone to Dad so he could talk to Mom. And after about 15 minutes, Dad gave me the phone back, and I finished the call. And we all talked about what I should do for my future, essentially. I'm having thoughts of going into something creative, because I have a lot of creative hobbies. At the retreat, instead of my usual white gummy bear, I told the waitress that I wanted something with rum and cranberry juice, which Dad initially thought was a disgusting combo. In all likelihood, it was two ideas that came to me randomly. The blue stacks experiment was a success. Blue stacks 4. So now for the time being, I won't need a new version of Wrapper offline. I spoke later spoke some Spanish to our server, specifically saying, do you know, sabes que hoy es domingo, or do you know that today is Sunday? And then she knew what I said. I think it's a pretty basic sentence, though. I believe I have at least a little fluency so far in the Spanish language. And then I later did a Duolingo lesson while at the retreat. Thankfully, the lesson I picked a level 1, and there was only one speaking exercise, which I was able to get through despite all the background noise. Ended up getting about 2 of the words wrong, which, for how the length of the sentence was, which I think was 7 words, I think was the most I could get wrong before it would say, that doesn't seem right, essentially. At the beginning of our trip to the retreat, pretty much upon getting there and seeing ourselves, I tried to get Dad to play Balloons Tower Defense 6 today while we were at the retreat. He ended up picking Edamine, or the hero that I think is the flying hero, or what ultimately became of what was initially announced as the flying hero. That's what I think. I was going to give him the beginner map, Monkey Meadow, on easy difficulty, in order to get him started, but he ended up deciding not to play. He's saying he'd rather watch the various sports games they had on flat screen TVs. And so I ended up playing my own games, which is typically, at least for now, getting new medals on, at this point, pretty much the advanced maps. And I'm doing this for the Easter Collection event that they have going on Bloons Tower Defense 6 right now. I don't observe Passover, but I still got the grape juice and the marzo ball soup because they were limited time items. I think that was my thinking behind getting the items. When I first started filming this video, I was pretty damp from all of the rain, and my glasses were so soaked that I only saw marginally better with them on versus with them off. But now I'm able to see just fine. And I was also hesitant to hit the mute button, basically put my hand anywhere near the keyboard at first because I was somewhat soaked. And I didn't make a stop at the Nest today because last time I did that, my novelty ice cream treat ended up becoming somewhat melted by the time I got back to my dorm room. And that sort of fear is also why I ate that first. I called my mom both on her way to the retreat and on her way back from the retreat. And both times, me and Mom waved at each other as we passed by her house. It was pretty enjoyable. Initially, somewhere around 1:30 p.m., Dad was thinking of making a pizza within an hour, but that eventually changed to us deciding to go to initially Clutch because Dad had a coupon for it. But then we decided to go to the retreat. Again, because of that one app, buy one app, get another one for free deal that I believe they have on Sundays. Thank goodness there's no daily exclusive building that I don't already have, because although I was thankfully able to eventually get that daily exclusive I was struggling with last time, it cost me pretty much all of my Sky Essence. So now I have to build up a new nest egg, so to speak.